Hello, it's me, Ariza Gaming. We're back with some more Oxygen Not Included. Hope you're doing well today. I'm doing pretty well. We just released our Blum Lum and Mimica video on YouTube, and I'm very excited about that. Can I just say, it's quite annoying how much some of these critters are getting alliterated by Clay. Blums and blums, poke shells and oak shells. It's a real tongue twister sometimes. But yes, we are going to be on the Water Asteroid today. And we're going to stick around for a while because I want to do something silly. So let's get into it. I'll leave the music off for a bit because we've still got to get the dupes there. Yes, the rocket has left the building. I do actually have some skill points that we need to assign as well. So I should probably go ahead and do that. Yeah, main asteroid's doing alright. What's going on? Steam is steaming. All of our turbines are working now. Steam's still pretty hot. That's good. We built most of our heavy wire, actually. I'm not really going to connect it yet. I want to vacuum this area out. So I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put a tile here. I'm going to put a bottle emptier here. We're just going to put some liquid here, and then we're going to just vent all of this gas. And then this is how we'll get the heavy wire between the two spines, I think. So let's see what this looks like. Where will I put the pump? I don't know, I'll put it here. That looks good. We'll just make it out of steel. Hello, Ludus Artifacts. Hope you're doing well. Moin moin. Good, good. Where am I dumping the gas? You know what? There's not a lot of gas. I'm just going to put it in a canister filler. I think that makes sense. You know what? If we're going to do that, let's actually just be a little bit sensible. No, hold on. I'll put it here. We're going to leave the music on for a bit. Is that made out of steel? Does that actually matter? Yes, it does matter. Let's make that out of steel. Right, and then that can just go in here. We're not going to have more than 200 kilograms of gas in here. And I'll have to put something like oil down here, I think. My moin moin sounded really North German. Well, that's funny. My family actually has North German ancestry, going back to the 1800s. Fun fact! Right, but yes, the Green Goblin, we have a rocket. We have 3 Bionic Dupes on it. They're doing okay. I haven't brought any plastic for data banks, but it doesn't really matter. But, yes, they are on the way. They're going to get there in about 2 cycles. H2Ella. We left a big check mark because we've done everything we wanted here. We actually excavated all of the graphite. And what I will do is I will payload some... Oh, the rover's dead. Okay. Do we have another rover? We might struggle to see the rover. Oh, there he is. He's idle. I think what I'll do is I'll put a storage bin together. And where am I even going to put the rocket platform? Definitely here, right? I'm just going to put a storage bin. Let's put it here. And then we'll put all the graphite in there. So we're going to grab all the graphite and leave. There's 2 water geysers. There's a saltwater geyser. There's a regular water geyser. They're fairly average. But what we're going to do, we're going to set up some solar panels. We're going to set up our saltwater geyser for geotuning, because that's a lot of free power. We are going to shove all of the water on the asteroid and all of the water out of this geyser into an infinite storage. And we're going to excavate the whole thing. And then we're going to see how much space we have left. Because in this big region here, I think we're just going to put a load of ranches. So I think I will actually have some Bionic Dupes here. We'll have plenty of power from the saltwater thing. We'll have to send some bleach stone over. I think that will be fine. I think we can handle that. But yeah, that does mean we're actually going to colonize this asteroid. This is the long-term run, and if I'm ever going to colonize the Water Asteroid, it's going to be in this run. I'm not rushing this. So we're going to go ahead and do that. You don't have a North German dialect? It would be nice. I love the dialect. Well, there you go. Glad you're enjoying it. Right, let's put some oil here. I mean, we could just put some gunk here. That would do, wouldn't it? Gunk. Okay, that didn't work. Gunk. That boils at this temperature. That's fine. And it boils to petroleum anyways. That's fine. Right. Put a little tile there as well. Have we got gunk? Enable auto bottle. Yeah. I'm just going to yellow at this so you do it immediately. And if you don't have any gunk, then you'll let me know. Right, we don't have any gunk, so crude oil it is. And then in terms of the actual wire, I mean, you know what, for now, I'm just to flex, I'm literally just going to plug the heavy watt wire in. It's so easy. There we go. And while we're waiting, and while people are arriving, let's do the blueprints. Do the blueprints, and let's do all the skill points. But yeah, my aim today is just to get set up, and preferably to get the graphite back. I think we could do that. I will payload some strength boosters over, because I think we didn't actually do that. We didn't bring a strength dupe for all the graphite hauling. That's not a very good plan, is it? Nothing too unusual coming up in the loot. We've acquired a lot of blueprints. We got the mush bar balloons. Should we actually... Let's actually... Ooh, the blue gas reservoir. I think we already had that one, but that's nice. Let's actually go to the supply closet. Hold on. Let's actually go to the supply closet and do our duplicates. What? No music? Really? Okay. Oh yeah, I did turn it off. I should have reactivated it. Oh well. Yeah, we did have a second one. Oh well, it's still 1,600 filament. That's pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and do this today because I started early. Sorry. And then we can decide what to do with the filament. Perhaps I'll get something relevant to the actual asteroid. We had a duplicate mush bar glitter as well. I thought we did. We got some duplicate... Wait! This is worth 3,600 filament for a green glitter Atmo belt? That's interesting. That's a lot of filament. The boots are only worth 200. That's wild. Then the socks. We're acquiring a lot of filament. I did actually buy out all the paintings. Do I want to buy out a load more artworks? That might be a good shout. The thing I like about the artworks is because they spawn random, you get more variety if you buy them all out, so I feel like that's worth doing. Here we go. Also, I'm quite happy because we haven't had any copyright claims recently, and I've been playing this music a lot. Not that I should be getting copyright claims for it, because it's royalty-free, but you know how YouTube is. Look at all this filament. We had a lot of shorts. Right, okay. And that's showing all content, okay. Alright, let's go to artworks. So we do have all of the paintings. All of them. Do I want to unlock the statues? Yes. Am I going to actually use the statues? Maybe. I do quite like them. Seems good. Then what about these ones? Yeah, let's do all these ones. That way, if we ever build any statues, we're going to have a bit more variety. Hello, Quantum Zari. How are you doing? One of these days, I should recycle all your extras. You got to post a screenshot on the Discord and flex the amount of duplicates you have. That'd be really funny. We got the poke shell ice sculpture. That's great. Ooh, now I can include one of these in the Sandbox Showcase video. We're going to do a Sandbox Showcase video next week on poke shells. I know everyone wants to see more Prehistoric Planet Pack content, but as you probably know, poke shells have been bugging me for quite some time. I'm not going to unlock all the balloons. That would be kind of anticlimactic. I want to unlock these the old-fashioned way. Wallpapers? Do I just start unlocking wallpapers? Nah. Nah, there's a lot of them. I think I'll do for now. Let's leave the rest. We'll come back to it. We do need to do some skill points as well. Oh my god. No, we don't need to do skill points. I'm not even thinking about that. One day, maybe. What's going on over here? What's entombed? The buildings, right? We never did set up proper meteor defenses over here, but equally, I'm not sure any of that's mattering. What geysers are here? Are we actually using all of the geysers here? Yeah, we are. There's nothing that we've left behind on that. I was worried we might have actually left a, a sulfur geyser somewhere, but we just haven't found one yet. Should I have a look at the other asteroids and see what geysers they have? The Mu asteroid has chlorine vents. Lagini, well, we know what's there. We've done that one. There's unknown geysers on this one. We haven't actually even stopped by, I believe. Or I guess the game just won't tell us. That might be worth doing, just to see what geysers are there. We can land a rover. And then obviously we have the Niobium volcano on this asteroid. And then if we go back here, we have a steam vent. So, yeah. Currently, there's nothing I'm overly concerned about. Right, we have oil. That's good. Turn that off. And then we'll remove all of this, I think gloves is why I have the most extras of, so I posted that for you. Nice, thank you. I'll make sure to like that one later. This is fine. Oil's supposed to be hot anyways. We'll set this to 200 kilograms. Get the carbon dioxide out of that bit. I mean, there's a little bit down here. I don't really care about that. We've got a little bit of steam here as well. That's fine. I'll just leave this all sealed for now. But yeah, I'm really happy we finally come up with a critter dropper rancher design for poke shells. The thing is, we collected all of the poke shells in this run and they're very angry with us, but I don't want to do anything with them because we're not going to generate that much polluted dirt. Our big sour gas pathway is not going to generate enough polluted dirt to be worth it, so I'm just going to leave them all wild. There's a lot of poke shells here, so we're still getting a fair amount of lime just from these guys. But I don't know. Now that I've figured out how to actually ranch them, I'm going to do a video on the maths of poke shells as well, because it's just a lot of polluted dirt. I feel like it's only ever worth setting them up, either if you're on the swampy asteroid and you've got like subsurface ocean, so you've got immediate access to them and hundreds of tons of polluted dirt, or you just want to set up all the ethanol industry. But the thing is, if you want lime, like, yeah, poke shells every 8 cycles or every 6 cycles or so. How often do they have babies again? I should look that up. But they don't have them that often. And yeah, the egg gives you some lime, and the small poke shell malt gives some malt, and the large one gives some malt. So it drops 10 kilograms of poke shell malt, and that crushes into 10 kilograms of lime. But each Pacu egg crushes into 4 kilograms of lime? Is that correct? Does that actually show on here? I don't know. I feel like Pacu are just a lot easier to set up. You don't need a dedicated food for them. Now the thing is, poke shells do produce sand from the polluted dirt, and you can use that for filtration medium for all your deodorizers if you've got loads of polluted dirt. So that seems pretty good. Why is the hydrocactus still in this menu? Get it out of here. You do get sand from a few different things getting crushed. The thing is, I feel like the main renewable source of sand that we talk about is from saltwater geysers and brine geysers crushing the salt into table salt, because you're doing this anyways sometime. You're not wanting to crush metal ore. Can you imagine having 70 kilograms per cycle of rock pile? But yeah, out of all of these things that you're crushing, you're probably not crushing metal ore, because that just doesn't make sense. Rock, I don't know, maybe you're getting igneous rock out of volcanoes, but even then, that's not a lot of rock. Ah yes, crushing insulate into sand. That makes sense. But yeah, the appeal of poke shells to me seems to be that it's a large, scalable source of sand. But you also need to scale up the polluted dirt coming in, which feels really tricky. And you saw how in the last poke shell panic run, we kind of just failed. Because we set up all of our arbitraries pit planted for the polluted dirt from the wood and the ethanol distillers. But by the time we actually got to the poke shells, the colony was just kind of falling apart because we used all of our resources building that on radioactive ocean. We didn't have any metal left and we couldn't solve any of our remaining problems. So I'm still a bit skeptical on it. And the oak shells I think are more favorable, but they're not a lime source. They're a wood source. And you can recycle a lot of the wood they produce to get you the polluted dirt you need, and then you just get all the ethanol out as the excess material. But then you're mostly just doing it for the sand production. And the sand economy of the oak shells is about the same, because although they only produce half the sand, they produce half of the polluted dirt that you need. I don't know. Have any of you guys had success with poke shells? Because it just feels like... It feels like an underpowered base game critter. At this point. And Santa shells for food? You're not doing that for food. Wait, are we really making that much diamond? You just keep them wild? Oak shells could be useful for balancing an ethanol loop with domestic arbitraries. Yes, that is definitely the impression I get. And I think I'll do the poke shell ranching video just to demonstrate how to actually ranch them. And then I'll do the why you would ranch poke shells in a separate maths video. Because I kind of want to do another base game maths video, but instead of about sour gas boiling, I just want to do it about poke shells, pips, arbitraries. Because we haven't really covered any of those. That's more or less what I want to do. So yeah, we won't be ranching any poke shells in this run. Also, I don't want the lag, frankly. Same with these plug slugs. I'm really just keeping them alive just in case we need them later. How are you guys doing? Yeah, you're doing alright. I think... Okay, here's something we should do. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put some tiles here and fill this room with hydrogen. Or fill the top bit with hydrogen. Because we might get a little bit of extra reed fiber out of that. I don't think we're doing too badly with reed fiber. Oh, we are doing badly with reed fiber. Okay, we definitely need to do this then. And I will make sure that we're not dumping regular Drecos in here. The glossy Drecos we can still shear right away. But the regular Drecos will have to wait. So let's actually priority 9 that tile. I believe the polluted water going into the base should start to cool down soon. It's not yet. We're going to need it to cool down before we get reed fiber. It is very possible that I'm just going to make another Dreco ranch just to make sure we don't run out of reed fiber. Also, all of our Drecos are now escaping. Right, let's wrangle you. Actually, you know what? Don't wrangle you. Cancel wrangle. Relocate here. Yeah, because if we run out of actual reed fiber for suits again, we're in a pickle. So this is the main thing I need to be doing in between Water Asteroid shenanigans. Okay, you're going to get dropped. Oh, you're going to get bagged? Wow, you didn't even fall down. Nice. Let's see. You could get relocated here as well. I think that's about it. Using oak shells is another one of those projects I should get around to someday. I should do it too, but I'm gonna have to leave. I'm gonna leave a little bit of a break because we. I don't want it to just be poke shell panic attempts on my short challenge runs. The next short-term challenge run we do will be the Nothing Asteroid, where we start with the starting biome deleted. We'll just start with Terra, and then we'll go through the different asteroids, and we'll see which ones are possible to survive on. I think I'm going to start with Bionic Dupes. A, so we can make sure we got hard digging right away with a booster. And B, so that we can actually have a little bit of leeway on oxygen when there's no oxygen in our starting biome, because they'll have full tanks. Right? How are you looking? You're gonna be there in one cycle. Okay. Let's go back here. You built the storage bin, right? No? Is this not something to do? Is the rover dead? Is the rover trapped? The rover is trapped. Okay, that's funny. How did that happen? I guess you'll have to do that. And then... I guess I'll yellow alert this so I don't forget. I've got 2 trailblazers on here, right? Or do we just have 1 trailblazer? Wait, did I only put 1 trailblazer on the rocket? I'm sure I put 2, right? Does anyone remember? Oh, whatever, it'll be fine. Maybe it's just 1 trailblazer and then we're going to build the rocket platform. Because we have the steel up here to immediately build the rocket platform. We've got more Pepsi. Let's have some Pepsi. And thank you for your reminder. We did indeed pack some glass so we can just get to work on the solar panels right away. And what I'm imagining I'm going to do is I'm going to set up all of the infrastructure. Let's see. Do I want anything up here? I could just put stuff up here. Do we have meteors in this asteroid? We don't have any meteors, so I can just put solar panels right at the top. And then we have as much space over here as possible, because if we're coming back to this asteroid, it's because I'm filling it with branches. That probably means I'm going to put the power plant here. I'm probably just going to put the SPOM just to the right of the water geyser, because I don't think we're going to do anything else with it, or maybe just immediately above it. We'll see. Right, so I need to get dumping some hydrogen in here. So perhaps what I'll do is... We're not going to need to refill this. So we're just going to build a vent here and a pipe. We'll just dump it in here for now. Because we've got 23 Draco eggs. I'm hoping if we get these guys in hydrogen again and we just leave them in the room, that our reed fiber will naturally go back up. The other question is, do they actually... their scale growth. Will they be miserable in here? Will they grow any scales if there's too many of them in here? That might be an issue. I can't really not have this be a door unless I put a load of liquid here. If we make it not a door, then we could be fine. I don't know. Yeah, this probably can't be a room, can it? Oh, there's too much oxygen over here? Okay, well, we'll need to make this a... We'll need to make this a high pressure vent then. Oh, wait. I mean, I could open this door, maybe. They will not grow because they need hydrogen to grow. We're going to put the hydrogen in. We have a hydrogen pipe. But let's investigate this, because I want to make sure that if we have an easy fix to our previous Draco build to make sure we get hydrogen out of the Dracos again, I will post a comment on the YouTube video where we talk about this build. But I do have another video on my priority list, which is a scalable Draco Ranch guide. I'll make a note of that now. Because we're going to need a lot of glossy Dracos for our sour gas or burst stuff. And this is a pretty good approach for the early game, but we want a dropper. We want some kind of automatic critter handling so we're not just constantly shuffling Dracos around. That's really important. Can I yellow without this? I mean, there's not too many Dracos in here for now, but once the Dracos start accumulating, we will have to deal with them. And we're going to need to leave the Dracos in here for at least a little bit to make sure they actually grow the scales. So we can't just shear them at a higher priority and then dump them in here at a lower priority. We have to just leave them in here for now. Oh, whoops. You're an actual Draco. Okay, let's have a look at this. Right, so they won't grow scales if they're miserable. I think we did know this. That means I'm going to have to put some liquids here, which means I'm going to have to remove this. Are we still making Brackine? I feel like we're not really making Brackine. Not that we're really using it for anything specific, but, you know. Can I also... Right. Payload launcher. Select destination. H2Ella. I mean, sure, deliver a wart seed there if you want. But the main thing I want to put in here now is strength boosters. And I'm going to get them to make, like, I don't know, like 8 more strength boosters. They're the easy ones, aren't they? Yeah, these are really easy. Let's make, like, 16. I don't want to have to worry about this. We have, like, 350 microchips on this planet. So I don't care. Plants have died? What? Excuse me? Why are you too hot? This water should be cold. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. This is bad. The geyser's gone dormant, so we can't run the aqua tuner because there's no steam in here. Because if we run the aqua tuner when there's no steam in here, then that's no bueno. Well, I'm turning that back on. We have sulfur in here. The sulfur will heat up at 300-ish, but at that point the aqua tuner is going to be heating up too much anyways. Right. I have a plan. We're just going to dump all of our sulfur in this room. Is that a good plan? I feel like that's a good plan. Right, so remove this. And then let's put a load of storage bins in here. Yeah, let's do that. I don't want the Floxes to die because I think we're actually going to use the Floxes at some point. And I don't think they're going to die immediately, but we need to make sure that they aren't miserable. Right, okay. Let's think about this. I'm gonna put you to top priority. Do I need to actually... Oh. I may actually need to remove the tile. I'm going to remove the tile, and we're just going to put the Draco back. Right, relocate there. We shouldn't have to do this too much. Put the oil on the other side of the metal plate for conduction. Yeah, maybe. Let's have a look in a minute. Right, you have moved. That's good. That was actually very smooth. Good job. On the other side of the metal plate for conduction. What metal plate? Oh, this metal plate. This tile's already fairly cold. I think the issue is actually just getting the chill to spread through the liquid at this point. How much sulfur do we have? Let's have a look. Miscellaneous. Did I send it all over to this asteroid? We have 17 tons. That's a start. Don't the plants need minus 15 C? They do, yeah. You know what? We don't actually need all of these then. Let's just dump all the sulfur over here. There you go. Have fun. I could have put it a bit closer, but I don't know. This should be fine. Actually, it probably won't be fine. Sulfur's not very conductive. Do I need to make this a loader and then have like a mechatronics rail running through here? That could be an idea. Hello, Nines. Thanks for the new Sample Showcase video. Looking forward to seeing how you stack list squids sometimes without Visco. I've always found it finicky. Yeah, we did do a lot of it in the previous run, which I've actually linked in the VODs. I've actually linked that VOD on there. The hydrogen cooler should make it -15s alone. Yes. Yes, it should, I think. Random burning question. What the heck is cinema cam? I'll have a look. What? Uh-oh. What's this? Cinema cam? I have not heard of that. Right, let's see. So what we want to do is... let's just make it out of steel. We'll probably remove it later. And then let's prioritize the recirculation over the loop. So let's do it like this. Alt plus S and then C. I have no idea. Does it just let you get recordings in-game? Interesting idea. Right, that could just get wired in here. That's fine. You're very confused? Well, you'll have to look it up and tell me. Do you reckon the game will say anything about it? I think that will do. That's all priority 9. Let's just let them build that and see what happens. Right, you're going to be there in 0.3 cycles. Okay. Are you full of strength boosters now? No. You made a couple of them, but not many. Google seems clueless. Google is clueless. I just want to use the molecular forge, man. I think they mean the hide UI mode, then cinema mode is to make camera move slower. Oh, okay. Interesting. Right, this, I mean, this should be fine in a minute. Right, that's all the sulfur, so dump that out. Sulfur is not a conductive material, so we are going to have the conveyor rail shenanigans to do this. But that's fine. This is polluted oxygen, that's okay. I have full confidence you guys are going to build this quickly. You know what would have actually made sense? Putting the sulfur, the loader here. Wait, we can still do this. Oh, you've already built it? Okay, well, build it here then. Build it here then, and then put the bridge here. Cut this out. You can leave that bridge there, that's fine. And then relocate this sulfur here. And then I can just get auto-swept into there. Congrats on being smarter than Google Leafar. Yeah, there you go. It changes the camera behavior. Okay. Yeah, why did I make this out of gold? That wasn't a good plan. Right, what we got? Aluminium? Sure. Okay, that looks like enough hydrogen, so I'm going to cut the pipe off now before we leak all of this. You're still trust. Okay. I'm not actually grabbing Drecos here, am I? I am grabbing Drecos. That's no good. Okay. So the next thing we're going to have to do is put some liquids here. So let's put some gunk on the bottom, or maybe just crude oil and then petroleum. And then we could remove this door, and then they should stop being miserable. And then we should be able to get the extra reed fiber out. And that is not negotiable, so we have to do this. I could... You know what I could actually do? I mean, it's a bit hot in here at the moment. We're dumping all the metal refinery heat in here. It's going to be too hot for reed fiber. Thimble reeds. Right, you are almost there. I don't think we're going to get this done first, but I think the dupes can hang out in the rocket for a little while. But let's just make sure that you've actually built this. So we need, let's see. We need graphite to go in here. Priority 9. But yeah, it's quite exciting. It was the first time that I've released, with the Blum Mimica video, it's the first time I've released a video and the short at the same time. And I did enjoy it. So I will continue to do that. Right, the wire needs to go here. Remove this. And then this could just be sulfur. And then make this a priority 9. Who's going to do that? Quantum Zari? Yeah, that seems possible. Okay, rocket is in orbit. I actually had a look at the menu. Oh, you're going to be there in 35 seconds? Well, that's just a tease. Okay, well, we'll watch it in space then. I've just realized you can see rocket fuel and rocket oxidizer on the diagnostics in this menu. That's interesting. Hello, Delakoth. Hope you're doing well. Willow jammies. I love Willow's emotes. They're so good. I'm sad. I've actually cancelled my Amazon subscription because I realized I wasn't really using it. But this means I no longer get the Prime sub, which I'm very sad about. Right. Oh, God. Which dupe do we drop? Let's just check the configuration again. You've got all the construction boosters and the electrical engineering and mechatronics booster. Whereas thing 1... What does thing 1 have? You have a mix of things. And you do have some strength boosters already. That is good. We don't really need the digging. Let's send ulti first. And then we'll get you back. So... Select duplicate, ulti, deploy. And I'm going to put you here for now. Is the super coolant required for sour gas boiling? Probably. Well, I think it's probably required for condensation. We need to turn sour gas into methane. And you probably need super coolant for that. Right, here we go. Ulti is coming down. We're going to leave the rocket in orbit, because we're going to make a rocket platform and then land the rocket, hopefully. Well, there you go. Have fun. We did it! He's here! I think the thumbnail is going to be a little bit better than just ulti getting out of the rocket, hopefully. But it's a decent fallback, isn't it? The game is just rolling over the cycle. Yeah, there you go. Have fun. Highly recommended to use super coolant. It's power efficient to use it. Yes, exactly. It feels very necessary. Right. This dirt is all going to get cooked, right? Is that a problem? I don't know. Right, you need to make this rocket platform immediately. Don't worry about digging this either. That errand is 39.5. This is 59.5. So please do just build the rocket platform first. And then we'll get the other dupe down here. So there's no meteors, right? So again, to maximize space, if we go to this asteroid, right? Let's have a look quickly. Because we haven't set up solar panels anywhere else. We haven't got anything above the solar panels. So let's just put them right at the top. So let's have a think. Oh, we can't do that just yet. Okay. We will need a ladder. We have plenty of materials, so I think what I'll do is I'll tell you to just... We have plenty of sandstone. That will do. Yeah, do that for now. Graphite won't boil when you land the rocket, right? Oh god. That's not very much heat required, is it? Okay, note to self, move the storage bin. Where should I put it? Let's put it here. Don't waste it. Oh, great. We just brought 18 tons of refined carbon back. Yeah, I have literally never been here before, so this is a wise idea. Yeah, have fun, Ulti. Did I actually put... I didn't put a second Trailblazer on here. We were fully intending to land. I will also just deconstruct this, because we need the material. Right, so raw mineral, graphite. This is exciting. I've never done this asteroid before at all. Very keen. So, select destination. We have plenty of fuel, so we can land pretty quickly. Obviously, we don't have any power banks. Right, I think we can actually land now. Land here, please. There we go. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Should I save it? Well, I don't know. We're pretty close to the start of the cycle. We'll be fine, right? Let's see what happens. Is the dirt going to get a bit hot? Possibly. It's not that hot. Okay. I think we're okay. I guess we're going to have a load of fallout condensing in the water. That's good, isn't it? We've immediately contaminated the water with radioactive material. So we're going to get a load of mutant fish or something? I don't know. Very environmentally responsible today. Is it just actually deleting? That's hilarious. I think it is deleting because it's such low mass. Is it rising to the top? No. Well, whatever. Right, okay, so now, actually, here's something I should have thought of. Let's put ladders in. I will just get you to do all the ladders. That should be pretty quick, right? And we do need you to manually fill these, right? With the Rubik's Cube and the archaic tech. So let's put some ladders in here as well. I don't need to refill this, so don't deliver to that. How's the fallout situation? It's fine. That's okay. I mean, go ahead and grab some of the graphite, but I'm gonna mostly need you to build at the moment because we'll get our friend to come by. Let's see what's in the payloads. I think it's just sandstone, right? But if we have any payloads with boosters in, then we'll open them. Let's just go back and check the other asteroid. Did we make the boosters? We are currently making the boosters. They are, I believe, going in here. Have we launched? It seems like we've launched. Yeah, we have launched a payload. Yeah, it contains 2 strength boosters and some metal. Good. Okay, let's just very quickly, while we're here... You're heating back up, you're cooling back down again, right? Yes. Good. How's the sulfur situation? We have got the sulfur running on the rail. It is loading in. It's going to take a while, but we are slowly cooking everything. Is the sulfur just going to pour over here? I think we can just reseal this now, right? This is fine. This is cooled down. That's good. The sulfur is having the desired effect of letting us run the thermo aquatuner a bit longer. I'm not sure this is going to be a permanent fix, but it should help at least. Let's make sure they just build that tile, and then let's go back to the main event. But yeah, you're just going to have to build all the ladders. Not very dramatic yet. I don't know, it's reasonably dramatic. We've got a big Radbolt engine here. It's close enough, I don't think we're going to bother setting up refueling. The Radbolt rocket can go far enough that this shouldn't be an issue. I'll make this priority 9 as well, because we do want those things. We've got a little bit of nuclear waste over there. It is very convenient that all the nuclear waste is just evaporating into nothingness. I like it. Did we find anything in here? No, I've got some rummages on here. I don't think we necessarily need to rummage. There's a lot of good stuff down here. I mean, we'll take the graphite back first, but we really should actually finish the job and grab all the lime and all of the fossil as well, because there's a lot of lime here. There's even a little bit of coal and a little bit of phosphorite. How's your power bank situation? Pretty good. Okay, and you've eaten the rad pill. That's good. I think there's a fair amount of radiation in this space. Well, before we added all of the friggin' nuclear fallout, there was also a lot of radiation, because I think there just is on this asteroid. Right, there you go, Sonyar. Yeah, feel free to help out. Oh, there it is, look! Wow, that was convenient. Okay. I like it. We'll open that and we'll get those strength boosters on thing 2. Right, a thing 1. Okay, so select crew, get rid of you 2. And we can actually... Well, we won't take off yet. We'll take off once we've got all the other stuff. So, how many power banks we got in here? We did bring a few, not a lot. I think we'll have time to build the solar panels, though. I think, actually, you know what, for now, let's come up here first. And then I think what I'll do, because we know that the solar panels are going to go... Let's put the solar panels here. Actually, you know what? You know what we should do? Ladder... Fire pole? Am I actually going to make a fire pole on this asteroid? I don't think I am. I will, for now, just do this. And then we know that we can put the solar panels here, right? So, can we put the solar panels down now? We can. Okay, that's good. Oh, right, they go there. Okay, never mind. Hold on. So, how many tiles of solar panels is this? That is 43. So that's just about 6. That's good. Okay, so... Oh, wait. I need to do a test, don't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The thing is about this asteroid, the peak lux is actually really high. It's 60,000. So I suspect we're actually going to want to stagger solar panels. But we'll do that later. Let's just get the basic infrastructure set up first. And for now, I'm just going to hook it all to one wire, because we don't have that much metal. That is a minor issue. There is not a lot of metal in this asteroid. There is some. Sonyar can help out as well. Sonyar, what are your boosters again? Oh my god, I literally just gave you rocketry boosters. I will swap those out for strength boosters. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do it now. Do it. Rocketry boosters are questionable anyways. I mean, I know you are the pilot, but yeah, we'll think about it. But we need to bring these down here. We need to go and actually set this up somewhere where it can cool, and then we'll put some batteries in. That's something we'll do. So, what exactly is that going to look like? I think what I'll do is I'll put the ladder here for now. Let's just do that. At least we know where everything is. It won't take you long to build ladders. And then we could potentially put a fire pole here if we really feel like it. But I think the main thing will be the wire will just come down this way. And then we need to get that in contact with the water so we can set up a... So we can set up a battery. So that is probably going to be a case of... Do I care about this debris dropping down here? Probably not, because it's going to drop onto the salt. Rocket batteries for power storage? That's true. We could plug it in here. 100 kilojoules. That's a lot, isn't it? That is actually a lot. Yeah, let's do it. Good idea. Build a new platform and stack multiple. Could do that. I don't tend to build rocket platforms for non-rocket things just because I feel like it's a bit lame. But we will definitely plug it into the rocket for now, and then we can plug stuff out. Mostly to save metal. Yeah, let's do that for now. In fact, if we're going to do that... No, I'm going to leave the wire there. That's fine. Yeah, I've seen Too Legit City do a load of stuff with rocket batteries. I don't know. It's just not my style. Right, how is the graphite storage going? Good, that is going well. All right, let's make this party... I mean, I'll just do this for now just to get it all up here, and then we'll move it in when we're ready to go, I think. They seem a bit overpowered. Yeah, a little. I like that the rover is still helping out too. Now, in terms of oxygen, we have many tons of oxalate here, so they'll just come back to the rocket for now to do that. I'm probably going to want to set up more solar panels over here as well. Let's add glass to the list. Oh, well, we don't have any outside. But we do have stuff in the rockets. So let's have a look over here as well. So if we do this, 27... We could have another 3 over here, but I'm not going to worry about that yet. Although maybe it'll be quicker to actually build these here. And then hook them up. Let's do that for now. The reason I'm hooking up so many of these is because we need to get a power bank charger in. That's going to be like the main constraint of what we're doing at the moment. Like no heat and big storage. Yeah, exactly. Like yeah, where does the heat from the battery go? It does leak a little heat, but not a lot. Okay, now this is good. You guys are quite efficient at this. And also, we left a lot of this... We payloaded a load of the steel. So, a load of the steel is on the top, where we want it to be. So, let's have a think. If I'm going to put a ladder here, let's just go down here. Because there's not a lot of debris here. And then... I'm imagining what we'll do is we'll have it on graphite tiles. Graphite is also an excellent radiation shield, by the way, in case you didn't know. That's totally something we're going to use. I probably want to build it... Do I want to build it partially submerged? How much heat do power bank charges generate? 1 kDTU. We probably want some metal tiles for conductivity, right? Would that work? We're not going to have much gas. Maybe I'll just build some mesh tiles. Don't forget power banks explode in water. LOL! True. That is very true. Yep. I'll have to have a think about that then. We probably just make a liquid loop with conduction panels, right? And then put them somewhere safe. Maybe don't submerge the challenges. No. No, we'll set up a conduction loop. That's fine. So that means we'll need a liquid pump, which we could just put here for now. Yeah, let's keep this going down here. I don't mind a little bit about the debris. We've got enough debris going on. So let's put the liquid pump here. Quit ruining your entertainment. LOL. No, we'll be fine. I wasn't going to do it. I realized it wasn't going to be practical anyways. Yeah, this seems pretty smooth so far. In fact, you know what? I'm going to tell you not to do that one yet. Because, frankly, I want to make sure that... Oh, whoops, that was the wrong one. I want to make sure that we actually stagger them correctly if we're going to do that. There you go. We do have steel for a conduction loop as well. So we have 3 dupes here, so we probably need 2 charges. So how about we dig this, and we put them here. Oh, you're out of gear. You're out of gear balm, low gear oil. Well, sucks to be you. I didn't bring any gear balm, did I? Then actually, I'm gonna need you to dig this too, aren't I? I'll leave that one there for now. No, I'll leave that one at the bottom there for now. Oh, also an update on the emotes. The colored versions have come through, but we're still incorporating some changes, so I will get back to you when they're done. Is this enough? Kind of. Not quite. Well, we're going to need some more metal yet. You know what? Actually, let's cancel the queuing up of the wires on the other side. We'll figure that out later. We don't necessarily need all of those wires to be queued up yet. We will payload over more steel if we need it as well. That should be fine. Alright, so cancel these. Yeah, there you go. Cancel these. And in fact, actually cancel these and cancel these. So now we should have plenty of wire, right? Yeah. There you go. Are we going to go Nobium volcano taming as well? Yes, that is the next task. That is definitely the next task. But I wanted to do the Water Asteroid first and properly have a look at that. And I think what we'll do is we'll do one big task at a time and then do a little short challenge run and then come back. Because I like doing short challenge runs and I've got a really good idea for the next one. Because I don't want to just be doing this monolithic thing over and over again. And I feel like it's a nice way to alternate late game and early game content. To avoid getting a little bit stagnant. Right, I'm going to tell you to just sweep all of this. While you're here. That is fine. Right, okay, so let's see. Let's put the power bank charges here. And then for that, we will need a wire. And then the pipe will go here, and then we'll just need some conduction panels. So 1, 2, and then that could just go like this, right? And then that can prioritize recirculating. So we'll just do this. That seems good. In fact, actually, you know what? You don't even need to do that, do you? That should be fine. And then we can start charging up all of our power banks. So far, so good. This nuclear fallout is really just hanging around, isn't it? The steel! The steel is still falling. It's a shame there's no follow cam for the debris. That would have been funny. That's going to be falling for a while. Yeah, where to put the infinite storage? I'm sure we could do something down here. There is also some metal down here that we can grab if need be. We'll do that if we need to. I'll need to set up a battery for when we leave. But we could just charge up all the power banks first. And then decide to do that. There's a few more bits I want to do here yet. We need to actually put the wires in. Well, let's make sure that everything's fine over here. So you are pretty cold now. That's good. There's a lot of sulfur here now. That's good. We're very cold. Also, we don't actually need a lot of cooling here now, do we? You should be running, right? Oh, that's right. Are you still running? You are. I think we just needed to build up a little bit more chill. So long as the plants aren't dying, I think we're fine. We have loads of phlox eggs. We have 17 phlox eggs. I'm not going to worry about them. Right. There's no configuration for this object. Well, we have the empty power banks, right? You just need to charge up first, don't you? You got anyone in here? We don't have anyone in here. That's fine. I guess you guys are still grabbing all of the stuff. Did we... Okay, I think the situation now is we have the payload ready. I'm imagining you probably actually made all of the strength boosters now. No, you're still going. Okay. Well, it's probably enough that we can just send them over, right? Oh. What's going on? Are you actually just grabbing the boosters? Okay, we'll leave it a bit longer. That's fine. Wait. What are you sending now? Hold on. Oh no, that is the strength booster. Okay. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it. Got a flooded geotuner. Oh. Well, sweep that up, please. How is this looking then? We have got Dracos in here, but they're still miserable. Oh, right, they're still miserable. Okay, how's the reed fiber situation? We do need to solve this before we run out of reed fiber. So let's put some gunk here. No. Crude oil. Yes. Do that, and then put a blob of petroleum in, and then we'll see how that goes. We need to shear these Drecos. They should continue to multiply and then eventually starve. Where are you, Lord of Swarms? You're down here, okay. Did you pump everything out of here? You did, that's good. So this is full. Not a lot of carbon dioxide. We'll hook that up later. I'm not too worried about that yet. Just need a very small bottle. Let's follow you. I'm gonna have a drink. We got one of these. I love how we've still got the hatch at the bottom that's not doing anything. Oh, right. Hold on. Right. I need you to stop doing that. Let's try and put some petroleum up here as well. Let's see if we have any luck with that. You know what? Sweep that. See how that goes. Oh, I've realized something. You know what would be easier than this? I just remove this tile, and then we put the petroleum on top, and then it doesn't break everything. Yeah, and then we just put a tile here. That'll do. But I need to pay attention to when they're loading this. Rowan is going to load it. Okay. And then you're going to temporarily be able to escape over here, right? I think we should be able to get some results on this fairly soon. Oh, you're right there? Good. Okay. Right. Deconstruct this. Deconstruct this. Sweep these up. And then we'll just put the tile there, and then we should be good. No, a tile. Okay, you're actually pretty close. That's good. Okay, I think this has worked pretty well. And then let's put the pulverizer back. Show me the pulverizer. There you go, thank you. We'll have to quickly go grab a couple of road Drecos, but that's fine. There we go, right, so now you're not miserable. So now your scales should grow. So if we look at you, your scales are growing. Okay, good. Alright, that works. Let's see how that goes. I think the situation will evolve favorably over time. I'm not going to worry about it for now. Right, let's have a look. So, you set these up. We need to put power banks in here. Can we get the empty eco power banks in here as well? So that would be... empty eco power banks. Then you're nearly done with all these wires. So far, so good. We got both artifacts. That's good. The solar panels are running. I will need to check these, but it does look like we're going to stack them for sure. Sweeper for loading. Yeah, we could do that. Do we have the metal? We probably do. It's probably fine. So that can go there, and then the conduction panel can just go here. In the actual right direction. Yeah, that'll do. We're pretty close. You're not trapped, are you? No. Okay. I'll get you to dig some of these tiles as well, because we don't need this for access anymore. Yeah, that's a lot of solar power. You're still grabbing graphite? Oh, you're grabbing steel. That's fine. Good. Right, so you should be fine now. Yeah, you're awaiting eco power banks. Set you to priority 9. There you go, now you've got errands. Good. I'm going to set you to priority 8. Oh, we got a payload. Very slow payload with 8 strength boosters. Okay, perfect. Yeah, empty that. In fact, I'm going to yellow alert this to make sure that we get all of the strength boosters onto Sonyar for now, before we send Sonyar back. Can we actually just do the lime at the same time? That would be fun, wouldn't it? Should I just start queuing up digs for lime? I think it's reasonable, right? How many of these can we do easily? Probably a lot. Low prior make the sweeper work more. Yeah, true. Yeah, we'll just start doing a load of these line digs. We're gonna want to bring this all back at some point anyways, aren't we? Ugh. Do we have exactly 20 tons of lime? That's nice. Right, are you still yellow alert? Yes. Oh, you can't reach it. Okay. Let's put a ladder here and yellow alert this. Seems good. Right. That water is okay. I'm probably actually, now I think about it, I'm probably actually going to have to dip this water in here, aren't I? Let's do this. I'll connect that up once they're done with that. Are you going to unpack this payload, Sonia? That would be ideal. We could also do someone with a... Oh, you're going to gunk the toilet? Oh, that's true. We probably don't have any metal for this, do we? No. Right, we do actually have some metal here. It's just kind of hidden away. I do have a dupe with super hard digging. So I think what we're going to do is... If we go in this way... And we can start grabbing all of the metal. So we're going to need that to build with. I know it's not all the metal, that'll do for now though. Right, set these to... Okay, you know what? The dupes will run out of errands in a bit anyway. Set these to 2, set these to 1. Power banks are charging, that's good. You're plugged in, you're still getting some watts. Yeah, I think we're going to have to stack these. Now, just by a quick maths estimate, I feel like if we do this, that should actually be enough, right? 3? Is that ethical? We must experiment. We have yet to actually find a situation where we need to stack solar panels. So we need to try this out. This is very messy. Yeah, remove that. And then this power, this can go back in here. And I don't think we're going to need a lot of conduction. We'll see how this goes. Worst case, we make some radiant pipe segments. Right, so let's see. Sonyar. You're on solid ground now, so we're going to tell you to just take all the strength boosters. I'm going to do this for the other dupe too. This is why we stockpiled all those microchips. In fact, you know what? Take the astronomy booster too. Oh, right, the astronomy booster. Actually, wait a minute. We could probably do with that. But we're probably not going to do the... Okay, I mean, let's think about it, right? Do we need to do astronomy here? Maybe. There's a few tiles here. I think that'll be a fairly low priority. It's probably going to be a couple of payloads that are actually... Oh, there's a steel one here? Really? Okay. It's kind of funny. I will put some ladders here just so we can grab this. It's a little bit of an oversight. That'll do. What about this one? That's also steel. Okay. Well, we know that we want to do a ladder over here, don't we? So, cancel this. We should be able to fit a lot of solar panels here, actually. This is good. But... Okay, you know what? This feels right, doesn't it? There you go. Yeah, the important thing is, we're now... Wait. The water level! No! I mean, we have water in the pipe. That's good enough. That is one thing to consider, is we have been dropping water out of here. You look somewhat hesitant about this. Gunk extraction required, yeah. Right. We have a few different errands queued up now. I think we did all the steel ones earlier. Let's come back over here. Do those as well. And then probably... those. Yeah, that'll do. No, you dropped the steel. I could just put it here, right? That would do. There's even a bridge. Is that a good idea? I don't know. You're very hot at the moment. You're converting a lot of wattage, shall we say. We're at more or less peak lux. It would be nice if this had the conversion ratio on here. Lux to wattage. What we got over here? More sandstone, okay. Yes. gunk. That's not good, because you're going to start stressing out. And that means we're going to have to take off your suit at some point. Stress does increase quite quickly. Although, once Gunk Mouth is gone, they might actually be alright. They're getting bright and cheerful at the moment from all the lights. I probably will need to just set up a gunk extractor though. Okay, we got the metal back, that's good. So... right, here's what we're doing. Gunk extractor there. And then liquid reservoir here. Am I going to send the gunk back? Probably not. Do I want to at least pretend I'm going to? Yes. So let's put that there. You need the wire as well. That's fine. Okay. Are you actually going to build that in time? Not sure. Got 3 more strength boosters left. Right, let's get you over some safe ground. Yeah. And now I'm going to tell you to remove... let's see. Probably these boosters for now. I don't necessarily need you to build stuff. But I do still want you to dig. There's quite a few of these we can just do. Yeah, that'll do. I do like the ocean noises that you hear down here. It's quite pleasant. And then we're going to need to do this. Probably like that. Let's leave it like that for now. The water level's dropping out of the way. I'm sure it'll be fine. We've got to get the gunk extractor done first. Oh, you're actually doing the digs now? That's interesting. Yeah, I guess remove the liquid pump and then we'll go the other way and do that. You're coming down here to do all these random enabling digs. That's hilarious. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna have to have a look at this solar panel here. Remind me halfway through the day. That would be good to see. Yeah, eat the power banks. Eat the power banks. Lick the power banks. We were all talking about that earlier in Willow's stream, weren't we? Give him a lick. Good to see. Yeah, this was definitely a good plan doing it with the Bionic Dupes. We're just gotta make sure they don't get wet. I think this should keep up with their demands. Right, what we got? Metal power banks, it's very funny. Salted battery, yes, that's a classic. Yeah, using table salt in the batteries helps. It actually does, it's so funny. Right, how you doing? Anyone anywhere interesting? Feels like the answer is no. Are you perhaps just in the rocket? Yes, you're all in the rocket. Grab a good whiff. That's fine. Perhaps a canister filler would have been a good idea, but they are filling up their tanks pretty quickly. They are electrolytes. It's what plants crave. True. Hope you're doing well, Pithica. Yeah. These dupes aren't doing too badly. So long as they have enough power, they'll be alright. And I think we are charging them fast enough. Now look, please grab the steel before it drops. I think you could do it. Holiday here, hope you're doing well. I am doing well. We just released the Blum Lum and Mimica video on YouTube. Very happy with how I've optimized that Lum dropper build with the Mimicas since we did it on Twitch. And I think the channel's had a lot of momentum so far this year. We've had some good videos pretty much every week. Did you actually grab that? You did grab a little. It wasn't quite the right blob. That's okay. I'm not going to tell you to rebuild that. Because frankly, we need to actually just build a gunk extractor at this point. Otherwise, we're going to have major issues. But we really can't get anyone out of their soiled suits either. That's a major issue. I hope they're not dropping power banks. Oh, there's a steel. Okay, good. What else can we tell them to dig? Lime at the top. That seems like a good one to do. Pretty easy. That's alright, isn't it? Do you need to actually get across here? Oh, hold on. Probably do need to actually get across here. We'll see how that goes. What are you doing at the moment? Oh my god, try selecting a dupe. You're doing another enabling dig. Okay, fine. Right, how's this looking? Yeah, this is looking about right. What is the staggering pattern that we do here, then? I don't normally do this. Is it just like a little bow? Then we have some on the top? Or do we just do like a gradient going all the way down? Doesn't seem very space efficient. I'll have to have a look. Right. You should be ready to go, right? No current need. Are you sure about that? Okay. I think Sonyar will be fine. I think their gunk mouth will expire before their stress gets high enough again. Oh, you're rummaging these now? You found the snazzy suits. You found some databanks. You found a warm coat. Okay. Definitely go in here as well. It's some easy lime if I ever saw it. Right, do unpack this one as well. That's more metal. I think 4 is probably the sweet spot, but again, I wasn't paying attention. Right, I'll tell you what. Make these priority 1. We don't need to build these ladders at the moment. We'll build them later. Let's build a solar panel here. And then we can investigate that a bit more. So we have 5.2 tons of graphite, and then we have all the empty power banks. They're charging up. Good. Right, you're actually degunking now. Let's have a look at Sonyar. Right, so your stress is going up by 15%. Oh, right, you need bright and sunny, but that's not a constant bonus. You got low morale now as well. Okay. We may need to send the rocket back soon. The issue is, if we do that, what's our oxygen source going to be? We kind of need to get to the metal, don't we? Can we probably dine this dig? Could that be the first thing we do? So you're still currently building that ladder. I'm going to tell you to not build these for now. So you're going to go store graphite. You're doing construction supply. Then you are taking medicine, and then you should go dig. Okay. That sounds good. So long as we can get the metal, we can start building the SPOM. And then if we start building the SPOM, then we'll be okay. Now, where am I going to build the SPOM again? It's got to be over here, hasn't it? Equally, it should be somewhere where we don't have to push out all the water, right? That feels like a bit of a... That feels like a bit of a fool's errand. Should I just put it over here by the neutronium? Or... Because it's not going to be very wide. We can make it 3 wide. I think we could probably shove it in like a little gap somewhere. I don't know, maybe not. Yeah, I'm glad we got power. Oh, look, it's cycle 900. We made it to cycle 900. That's fun. 10 more cycles, and this will officially be the longest run we've ever done in terms of cycles. It's already the longest run in terms of streams and everything else. But Flip Farters was the longest run we've done other than this. And that's the one where we ended up getting 40 dupes. We brought them all to one of the outer asteroids, and we made a giant nuclear reactor. And they were all flatulent. That was fun. Right, how much is that? 400 kilograms? It's not great. What you got? Probably a lot more, right? Let's just double check that. Sandstone, sandstone, okay. Okay, the good news is we're in here pretty quickly. That's nice. So let's also just get over here. Is that iron? That is iron. Okay, good. Right. So some of the metal I think we'll need to replace. But it's going to have to be metal ore stuff. So that could get replaced. This can get replaced. We'll build all the electrolyzer stuff out of steel. I think we just build it into the neutronium somehow. Because we know we're not going to do anything with this region, right? And we don't... And if we build it into the neutronium, it doesn't have to be the exact shape. The only bit that does have to be the exact shape is our electrolyzer bit. But what we can do for that is we can put the electrolyzer over here. It feels weird talking about building electrolyzers again. So we'll need to flood this. We'll need to have Okay, let's actually go back and have a look quickly. So we need airflow tiles all along here, we need the insulated tile, and then seal it off, and then gas pumps. So the important bit is the gas needs to come out through here. Now the gas actually comes out on this tile, and it will split this way and this way. So this tile doesn't need to be airflow. These ones do. Well, these ones do. The rest of this could be open, but probably don't need to do that. But what we could do is we could sort this out. We'll need to seal this off as well. Do I want to make this insulated? Probably not, right? We don't need that much. We don't need that much, do we? Shall I hold off building that tile for now? Yes. And then we'll put a gas pump there and a gas pump here, and we'll call it a day, I think. So let's open up that bit. Let's come down here. And then we can put the liquids in here. Oh, you know what we're going to do? We're going to use gunk. We're going to put the gunk in the electrolyzer as our submerging liquid. That sounds good. And this will all fill with gas, and the gas will all be cooler than the overheat temperature of steel, so we should be fine. Yeah, this seems like a very good place to just shove a random SPOM, and we're never going to have enough dupes here to need more than one of these. So this feels like a good plan. So let's think about the rest of the automation. So we want the Atmos sensor, which is going to go here. I'll need to put the rest of the tiles in. Let's actually put the bottle emptier over here. Let's build a mesh tile for now. But once we need to build this before Sonyar gets too stressed, right? So that Sonyar can leave. That's the whole plan, right? Okay, so I can go there, I can go there. We need a switch for the electrolyzer. Now, the switch for the electrolyzer... Oh, we need an Atmos sensor for that as well, don't we? So let's put... oh no, that's the Atmos sensor. Yeah. This is just for access. We'll remove this in a bit. In fact, actually, you know what? No, yeah, we'll keep that. This will go here. We'll just activate both of these. That's fine. And then you will connect here. Wait, no. No. Oh, we need the gas pump here. That's what we need. That's for the hydrogen. Okay. Real talk. Do we actually need the hydrogen? Do we just let it all build up here and not worry about it ever again? That feels irresponsible. We could put a mini gas pump in there. We'll need some plastic. I can send some plastic over. Yeah, just put like a load of plastic in here, please. How full are you? Not very, but you'll get filled with plastic pretty quickly, right? Okay. We should have many more Drecos in here now, right? Oh, we can't shear them because it's not stable. Bollocks. Alright, guys, I have a solution. I will build the door, they will do the shear, and then we will remove the door, and then, then they will regrow their scales. This is not a good solution, but it's a solution. Okay, so we can't just patch the build like this. That's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. I think we're going to have to actually focus on the Dreco Ranch design next. Oh, I need a... Speaking of things I need to focus on, I need to actually do this. Yeah, perhaps we need to get down to number 4. That's okay. You can build some ladders over here as well. I need to lower the priority on all of these. We just need to be working on the SPOM, really. So we're going to put a mini gas pump here. And then this is going to get tiled off. That should be fine. We'll need a power wire as well. So that's going to have to go... Oh, that's a little bit awkward. Oh, right. We're going to have to build a massive wire to get it over here. I mean, it should be alright, right? There'll probably be a payload on its way, like, pretty soon. With the plastic. Can't believe I'm actually just putting a mini gas pump in here. But, equally, yeah, we want the hydrogen generator, don't we? But that's going to need a conduction panel as well. I think what we'll do is we'll put the gas pump in here, but we will just plug it into the solar, because we don't actually need the hydrogen for power here. Maybe we'll payload out the hydrogen. Maybe we'll probably set it up later. We just need oxygen first. At least we won't have to vent this one before we get it running. That should speed things up. So the only thing is, I'm probably going to have to remove these tiles to build this wire here. It's probably fine. Yeah, leave that for now. Sonyar is on 63%. This is going up very quickly though now. Right. Do we have enough steel to build this wire? Not really. Yeah. We're gonna need more steel. Right. Does this need to be steel? Yes, this needs to be steel. This needs to be steel. Conduction panels need to be steel. I think for now, let's remove these wires. I'm going to tell you to build this first, just to make sure that you actually do that, but that should be enough. That should allow us to have enough steel for the rest of the wire segments. We'll want a canister filler as well over here. I could send some more steel over. That would be pretty easy, wouldn't it? Right, that's enough plastic. I will probably just send over a little bit of steel. I don't know. It's not very mass efficient, is it? Let's leave it for now, see if we can get away with it. The hatches are hot. That's not good. We still have some eggs. I don't think that's an emergency. This water appears to be cooling down slightly. That's good. Right, so we did get some reed fiber. So I guess we'll just keep building and deconstructing this door. When we run out of reed fiber, I'll just rebuild this and we'll shear all the Drecos again. Right, I'm gonna priority 9 deconstructing those wires now. Batteries are pretty low. Maybe we don't have enough solar to do this. I mean, to be fair, we've been charging the batteries faster than we actually need them, so I think we're still okay. Also, there is actually some refined iron down here. It's not a lot. Each of these is 4 wire segments, but that is better than nothing. So it would probably be wise to just come over here and grab it, right? There's very little meat in these gym mats. I don't know, it's easier than payloading it, isn't it? May as well while we're here. And then go ahead and grab that. And then this one can just be... That'll do, right? Oh look, we've set up an infinite Escher fountain thing here, or whatever. I'm sure that one will be useful. Right, so... Water. Eschers happen a lot in the water planetoid. They do! This water level is going to keep dropping, isn't it? The issue is... Okay, so the good thing is we can make this out of that material. And then what I can do is I can build the pipe bridge here. And then we'll just do that again. And then that wire will need to go up here. That is a bit of an issue. Now we do have regular metal, so we could probably make some of these wires regular metal. I'll have a think. Are there any more steel payloads? Oh, we're gonna have to find the plastic ones. Let's see where the plastic ones are. Now, the good thing is we can send Sonyar back before we actually get the SPOM finished if your oxygen tanks are full. Oh, here they come. Oh, there's loads of plastic coming through now. Okay. It's probably a bit too much. That's fine. Hopefully they'll land in the right place. Oh, you know what would have been really... Oh, God. You know what would be really good? I should just set up a payload beacon somewhere, right? Targeting beacon. This seems worthwhile. Let's do that very quickly. Can we just do that, like, really quickly? Oh. Well, that's helpful. That's the rest of the strength boosters, too. I'm going to make sure that all the boosters on here so we're aware of where everything is. So, piloting, electrical, mechanical, strength, construction. Anything where the bar is actually moved, we should know where it is. Ulti is on the way. Good. Yeah, I think once you unpack that one payload, we should be good. Let's add plastic to the list. Oh my god. Plastic. Oh, that's one advantage of having these solar panels, is the things just land here. Hello, Wiggle Every Time Boop. You saw the YouTube video? Great. Glad you liked it. Okay, this is good. This should mean the payloads land mostly on the solar panel or on the rocket platform. That seems worth it. Yeah, hope you're having a good day. Welcome to the chat. We are trying to build a SPOM before Sonyar gets stressed, and I don't think it's going to happen. But I'm going to ride the line as far as I possibly can. I think this probably means that you need to actually have your rocket boosters back. So let's do that. Because we need to get you off this planet again. Because if you stress out, you're going to short all of your power banks. And I don't really want that. So get your boosters sorted out and then we'll figure it out. How is your stress looking? Do I want to follow you? Is that a plan? Maybe. I think we will follow them just to make sure their stress is a bit lower. It's not ideal. You're lost and look at what other people do. What other people are doing after a certain point. Fair enough. This is definitely a difficult game, and I find that the best way of learning is by starting and then trying things out, and if it doesn't work, start again and learn and use what you've learned. But there is a little bit, sometimes you need a little bit of knowledge to get to that point to begin with. So there's nothing wrong with looking up some information online, seeing what the people are doing. Our Twitch VODs, we have a lot of, well, the YouTube playlists of our Twitch VODs will show us building a lot of stuff in-game. That might be more helpful as well. Is this where all the piloting boosters are? Yes, that's convenient. That's good. Your stress is still pretty high. So I probably am going to keep the camera on you for a bit. I do enjoy how they're eating these. It amuses me. How's it going? Got 2 left. Yeah, they get this little center of attention minus 5% buff. Maximum aptitude is doing a lot of work here. Right, looks like you've got one more left, which is up. Oh no, you've got all of them now. That's good. Right. Are we just going to launch then? I think we can launch. Oh, we need to bring the graphite back. Do we need all the graphite? Probably not yet. Let's just load what we've got and go. So view interior, select this. We'll come back for the rest of the supplies later. We're going to spend quite a bit of time here because I want to. We're never coming back on another run, I imagine, unless we need Super Coolant again on another run, which feels like it's not going to happen. So let's make the most of it. Right, and then let's sweep this up. Yellow alert. And it's much closer to the rocket now, so I don't think we need all those strength boosters necessarily. Yeah, I need plastic to get any further, but my oil biome is teleported away, so I went, what the heck, I went around looking. Yeah, fair enough. At least you got the oil access via the teleporter. That's good. Don't we have access to the iron, or has something happened here? Now, one thing you can't discount is that you might just have water pressure causing damage to tiles, and your dig errands that you thought might be safe don't end up being safe on this asteroid. That can definitely happen. Right, we don't really have enough steel for that. I don't think we can really skimp on anything else. I think we start sending over some more steel. I think... Is Sonyar the one with the digging? Actually, let's just check. Who's got what? No. Thing 1 is the one with the digging. So, Thing 1 needs to get on that, really. I'm doing construction supply at the moment, okay. I've realized now the rate loading is going... The issue with loading this is good for if you want to do a small amount over time, but we want to do a large amount all at once. So we want to actually make sure, cancel sweeping, relocate to, put it here. We just need to move it all at once. That's quicker than doing it via the mechatronics. Let's send some more steel over. Let's bite the bullet. We have plenty of steel. Just so long as I don't send all of it over, we'll be alright. I mean, this is looking okay. How much are you dumping at a time? You're dumping 400. Who's the other dupe? Who's the dupe with the poop? I feel like Thing 1, you should be doing this. Do I need to interrupt Ulti to make you do this? I think if we do this, that should work. I think I'm getting a bit confused. Oh, now Sonyar's doing it. Oh, God. Okay. I need to just make sure that you actually queue up the emergency errand. It's quite annoying when they're actually... It's quite annoying when they're rubbing their backs, because it means that they're actually delaying when they're doing the move too, which means you can't really set the emergency as easily. Right, you're both moving. Now you're doing it. Okay, that's good. We got the right dupe doing the yellow alert. Yellow alert is so wonky in this game. Or maybe I just need to actually reprioritize. I probably actually just need to go and reprioritize the dupes on a short-term basis. That's the reality of it, isn't it? That's quite cursed that you can't get through here. Let's... Okay, definitely dig this. What is the plan with that? Yeah, you could pick up 3,400 kilograms at a time. Is that literally the entire lump? That's hilarious. Yeah, go charge your power banks. There's not much left for Thing 1. And then that would be enough graphite for a large amount of... Wait, I just realized something. We needed all the sulfur. We needed all the sulfur to make fullerene, and we just melted it all. Oh, God. Oh, my God, that's funny. That's so funny. Right. I'm sure we can import some more sulfur from the other asteroid. That's fine. Right, let's see. What have we got in here? I think this is enough stuff to go. So, summon crew. You are the only crew on here. Select destination, home. And then launch. Yeah, launch. What we got? Alveo Vera, that sounds good. Right, is this gonna be a thumbnail? Maybe. Probably not. Let's get out of here. Let's cook all the dupes. Oh, I need to actually put the mini gas pump here as well. Just so that we can actually get the hydrogen out later. Right, are you ready to launch? Go. Let's see what happens. Are you gonna melt a load of wires? I hope not. Maybe. Well, they're made out of steel. That really shouldn't happen. That was why I brought steel here as well, because I knew there was going to be a load of heat out here. Right, that's good. More nuclear waste. Seems good. Right, so what we need... Oh, look, it's actually collecting now. No, it's just because we paused it. The nuclear waste is getting deleted pretty quickly, although we're getting a large trickle coming down here. Is that going to stick around? Yes. Okay, we have successfully contaminated the water. Good job. We're pissing all over the asteroid. Right, you... I am going to need you to do the dig, right? Or unreachable? Hold on, let's have a look at this. Right, where are you? You're over here. You can't refill your oxygen tank yet, sorry. Okay, so we did get a destroy tile here, so let's actually priority 9 this dig. We can get down here. Now we actually need to fill the thing up. Wait. Where are the dupes? Oh. What? I mean, at the end of the day, there was oxygen in this biome. I don't mind you grabbing it, but I do need you to get out of here. So long as you dig a little bit of iron, we should be fine. Now let's go to the star map, because I'm sure we just launched a load of payloads. Okay, so let's stop launching payloads. Yeah, get back over here and dig. Oh, you're already out of, are you actually out of oxygen? No, it's just an ammo suit UI, that's fine. Okay. You're gonna dig this, that's good. You're not the fastest digger in the world, but you should be fast enough, especially considering you're in an Atmos suit. Oh, right. Crap. If you incapacitate on here because of your stress reaction, we can't actually get you home safely, can we? Because you'll suffocate even in oxygen. Right. We need to reload then, don't we? That was that was the part that I forgot about. Now the question is, did they start sparking too soon? We'll need to set them on a sleep-only schedule, probably, to make sure they don't actually explode. Right, let's have a look at the fish, in the meantime. Fish. Oh. Yeah, the fish are doing alright. I need to probably give the tank a little bit of a clean again. It's mostly just dealing with the algae. The hair algae, but it's not too bad at this view. I do have a big floating patch of Marimo moss. I don't know why it's floating. Marimo moss doesn't normally float. That's not a good thing, is it? Should be alright. But yeah, we've got a fair bit of time today. We should be able to get the SPOM sorted out. That's the main thing that we need doing. Oh, I know what the thumbnail will be today. The thumbnail will be us actually making Super Coolant, for sure. I will make sure that we bring sulfur back from the other asteroid, because we should be able to just dig some up, and that shouldn't be an issue. So my plan is for Twitch, we're gonna hang out on the Water Asteroid for at least the next few streams, so at least this week. And then we're gonna start the new mini challenge run, probably the week after, so next week. As soon as we're finished with the Water Asteroid, we'll do that. They did also patch Surviving Mars. I do want to go back and finish Surviving Mars. They patched the user interface on the friggin' thing, on the friggin' underground. So we can finally just set the amounts we want easily. Oh, wait. Pause. Go back. So we might do 1 or 2 streams of Surviving Mars as well, and then we'll do a new challenge run. Right, we've got to get in the Green Goblin. You're already stressing. Crap. Is Sonyar just dead? Does that matter? I mean, we could print another dupe. Is the rocket going to get home with Sonyar dead? I could get an... Actually, hold on. No. I mean, it's a bit annoying that we failed, but I believe we have enough fuel for this. Yeah, re-land. Re-land. I'm not reloading multiple cycles. Not at this stage. We'll just have to get one of the other dupes to fix them. We do have enough fuel for this. I didn't want to do it, but I don't think we have a choice. Just dumping even more fuel here. Running around breaking everything. I can't actually get you to remove your power banks, can I? No, that would be too easy. That's annoying. You had quite a few power banks in here. Well, so long as you're here where we can actually get things fixed, that's okay. Yeah, your fuel, you were 2,000 rad bolts exactly, so this should be enough to get home. Environmental contamination. Success. What's going on here? Oh, you know what's happening here? I don't think we can actually get the tile pressure to let us do this. In fact, that's why we're running out of steel, is because all this steel is inaccessible. Okay, we'll build that ladder first. We're gonna have to just get one of these guys to repair Sonyar, and then we'll come back. This should stay vacuumed, right, even with all this fallout, right? Yeah, there you go. Now you can actually get around a bit easier. Are you scalded? I mean, it's possible. It's so funny just seeing the vacuum of the gas here. Nice calm music for a map full of destroyed things. Right, we have the steel now. Okay, so someone needs to come rescue Sonyar. This should happen. I'm going to unequip your suit. And then you can sweep up that gunk as well. Someone will have to come and rescue Sonyar. We do have plenty of power banks on here. So that should be fine. Yeah, looks like our friend has come here to rescue Sonyar. Okay. And Sonyar, you can mop up your own mess when you're done. You do still have 6 power banks here, so that's fine. Acid rain. No, it's nuclear fallout from our Radbolt rocket. This is how we get around in space. But yes, we are just dumping like nuclear waste onto the water asteroid. And there's enough water, I don't think it's going to be an issue. But it's, yeah, not great. Right, you are repaired. You're still stressed. So let's actually go home now. So, summon crew, select destination, go home. Hope it kills the germs. Yeah, we'll be fine. Right, you do have enough fuel. So begin launch sequence. There you go, get out of here. Stupid. Yeah, we have plenty of empty power banks down here. We should be fine on the power situation. You know what will help the situation? A healthy addition of more nuclear waste. Not lots of payloads of what exactly? Let's see. Yeah, steel. Okay. Right, let's pay attention to what they're doing. And let's pay attention to our friend, because now they definitely can't actually get stressed, because that will be ripped for the dupe. Did you have tickled tootsies? You do have tickled tootsies from all the carpet tiles, that's good. Maybe you will stand on one of those. Yeah, your stress is going down now. Stress goes up because of the thrilling flight, that's interesting. I forgot about that. I think that'll be fine. It's not that long of a trip. So let's just check where all the dupes are. So you're doing construction supply, you're doing digging. Okay. That's fine, we do need digging. I need you to dig these so we can get back to the iron. Okay. That's good. That's a big... What is that? Oh, that's the Regal Mammoth egg. I forgot we got a Regal Mammoth egg. Amusing. More Dracos in here again, that's good. Reed fiber's looking okay. Really broken conductive wire. Can you repair that? Feels like... should be fine. You're gonna eat a rad pill. Sounds good. You will need to ungunk the toilet, that's fine. Right, No, hold on. Stop. I need you to use that to build the thing. Disable auto repair. God damn it. We needed that iron. Right, we're okay now. We got it back. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, have fun ungunking this. Right. But we do need to get this done critically. We need the... Okay, we have all the steel now. That's good. Is this the part where we use nuclear fallout in our friggin' SPOM? I don't think it is. We need a canister filler. What I'm gonna do... I'm going to tile this, and I'm going to put the canister filler here. This is where all the oxygen will go. So that will need to go... here. Still needs to be priority 9. Now where's... So your construction supply, your construction supply. Okay, that's fine. These ladders could be priority 5. What's flooded? The geotune is flooded again? Okay. Did I forget to do this, or did this just remelt? This may have just remelted. It's quite hot out here. That's okay. Alright. How many critters are starving? Why are the puffs starving? Gas situation. This is not great, but it's okay. You've got a good stock of books now, that's good. Oh look, the ethanol's all the way over here now. We do still have some ethanol gas in here, but not a lot. Does this mean I should actually, I think this means I actually should crank it down a bit. I think we may have actually over-chilled this. Well, what does that mean? I mean, I don't think I ever intended to have it go all the way down to 0, did I? I'm gonna increase this by 1. But we may actually be at the point where we don't need to run all of these to keep the steam turbines cool. Because we're definitely not generating as much heat as we were before. They'll start kicking in again in a minute. Because ideally we want the ethanol boiling and condensing, because that means we're deleting heat without using the power. Right, I need to keep focusing on this asteroid, because if we run out of oxygen here now, we're in real trouble. So how much have you got in your suit? Not a lot. I mean, there is oxygen at the bottom of the map, to be fair, but it's not very convenient to grab. There's not a lot of it. There is a little bit of oxalite. Right, we need to put some gunk in here. We need to enable auto bottle on this. We do thankfully already have a bottle of gunk. And if we put liquid, if we put water in here, that should stay fine, because the output of the electrolyzer comes out at 70 degrees C at least. So the water in here shouldn't ever boil, but it will be a little close. It's a vacuum here again, that's good. All the nuclear fallout is settled out. And we don't need a lot of gunk in here, a little bit will do. Okay, that's fine. And then we need to put some regular water in here. Can we handle a regular water? And then, again, we don't actually need to vacuum this out, so this should be relatively quick. I think this actually means I can actually tile this now. The water level's still high enough for this pump, right? Yes, good. Okay, is the plan with the water plant to transfer a lot of it to another planet? Maybe? I think probably yes. I want to condense all this water into an infinite storage just to show that you can. But I think ultimately we will payload it somewhere, because I don't want to be payloading water from my main asteroid. Because our piping situation is a bit too complicated over there already. But yes, I think that's the ultimate goal. We will keep, I think we'll keep 2 Bionic Dupes here. We'll have one of them geotune the saltwater geyser. And frankly, maybe we'll have another one just geotune the water geyser just to get some more power. And then maybe we'll run some machinery over here, I don't know. I just want to habitate all the asteroids, because we've never done it. And we are just landing Bionic Dupes here in suits. That's very much the plan. Right. Please build this. In fact, you're done now, right? Is that enough water? I think that's enough water, but I will dump another lot of water there. Just a little blob. We're out of iron? Really? Well, that's no good. You're gonna have to get down here and dig then. Wait, oh, that's right, it's the pressure damage. The pressure damage means at this depth, we can't actually have any exposed tiles like that. I keep forgetting about it. Yeah, it's funny, building on this asteroid is a bit more challenging than I thought it would be just because of the random pressure damage. It's not even random. What about airflows? These are the airflows. I've got to seal this up. And then we've got to put a tile here as well. I don't think we need any more water after this. You know what? I think it's actually fine. Let's leave it. We've still got all the radiation here. At least you guys have not been getting irradiated to death because we've actually given you the rad pills this time. We at least had the sense to do that. We can actually unpack that relic as well. Relic. Lol. Wait. Oh, our payload thing is attracting all the payloads down here. Well, that's not ideal. Where are you going? Is this actually the most direct route? Well, good luck trying to click a dupe like this. Apparently it is. Well, go ahead and build the ladders, because we do need them. You're grabbing the oxygen down here. Okay, that's not good. It's probably acceptable, but not good. At least we did have all the oxygen in this biome. But if we left it any longer, we'd be in real trouble. Okay, we need you to actually build this right now. We need to get the rest of this iron, or we're donezo. Thing 1 is on the way, though, and thing 1 is here. That's good. You better have enough material to actually build this, though. Once we build this SPOM, we'll rotate some more of the boosters around as well. Wow, I didn't know if boops still suck if there's no tutor they can't path to. Yeah, I think they have quite a good suck range. Lol. Just like my... just like your mum. At least the radioactive contaminants aren't going into the water. That's good. Right, I need to actually build this tile here. And then I think I'm just going to leave that mesh tile here in case we need to do something here later. I don't think there's any real reason to get rid of it. Yeah, send green signal if above 1000, send green signal if above 1000. We shouldn't end up with any more gases in here. But we just need to build all of this now. You don't necessarily need to unpack this one. I will just leave the bottle empty here as well, and then I will tell you to come and do these tiles. That's fine. You shouldn't have very much left to do, to be honest. Once you build that airflow tile, I think we'll be alright. Oh my god. We're fine. Power banks are still charging up. Power banks? Power banks. We did also get enough wire to rebuild these. So I will rebuild these. In fact, you know what? Do it like that. I will rearrange these a bit. I mean, what we could do, so either we leave the solar panels like this, so they're overcharging, but they stay at 380 watts for more of the day, or we stagger them. I'm still umming and ahhing about that. You are suffocating. That's a bit late to get a notification about that. Well, that's no good. I guess there weren't any tiles left they could access. We killed a Bionic Dupe. We may have killed a Bionic Dupe. How's your oxygen tank doing? Yours is not much better. We might be in a bit of a pickle. So long as we can save one of them, we'll be fine. Yes, please build the liquid reservoir while you're suffocating. I mean, they'll dump all of their power banks and, what, the boosters when they're done. It's not ideal, but we can print more Bionic Dupes and bring them back here. It was the fact we had to go back because Sonyar was stressing out. Maybe we didn't have to go back. But the problem is, once Sonyar spoiled their suit, once Sonyar soiled their suit and got stressed, we had to remove the suit to get them to stop stressing. But we could have just left it on and kept replacing the power banks, but eventually we would have run out of power doing that. That's the issue with that. I think we may still be able to save... I think we may still be able to save our friend. We need to... Oh, we need to build the pipe, though. That's true. We do need to build the pipe. So that needs to be priority 9, and then that means these tiles need to be priority 8. Are we really going to have time to build all that pipe? Maybe. I don't know, it's not looking good. Suddenly Ulti stopped suffocating. Oh, the power banks were all blowing up. Yeah. Okay. I don't think we're gonna manage. They're dead? Yeah, they're dead. Set that one to priority 8 as well, but yeah, you just don't have enough oxygen. I know that. Right, well, they are just Bionic Dupes. We can just replace them. But I wasn't really hoping this is how it was going to go. Reload. Nah, I don't want to reload. We'll just send more dupes. We'll just print more Bionic Dupes. We do have at least one Bionic Dupe we can bring back here to finish things off. Power banks exploding is not great, but we do still have enough power banks that we should be okay. Oh, you didn't build this pipe. Okay, that's actually an issue. I'm gonna need you to get up here and then build this. Yeah, do this, and then the rest of it can wait. The thing about Bionic Dupes is, so long as you have like some of them available, they're a bit more expendable than regular dupes, because they haven't got like hundreds and hundreds of cycles of skill points. But this does mean we'll have to print a couple more Bionic Dupes. Right, you'll need to build that tile as well, and this will need to be a priority 8. Okay. Damn, we killed some dupes. I think we just needed to leave Sonyar here stressing out. We sacrificing dupes? No. Don't do it. Rip. It's time for salute. So, who's going to replace them then? I think we do have a couple. Let's have a look. So, actually, you know what? Let's no. Let's stick around. Let's at least watch them die. We were this close. Damn. How many power banks is that? Not too many. That's okay. Oh, you've landed on top of the water, guys. Good stuff. You're gonna explode and blow up the sandstone? Yeah, we, this is why we set Bionic Dupes. We kind of, we ran out of oxygen. Wonder if the boosters are gonna go flying? Maybe. What happened to the power banks down here? We may have to go ahead and re-equip some boosters. That might be an issue. Right. So, which Bionic Dupe do we have over here, then, that we can send? Eduardo, we can send. Obviously, Sonyar is the pilot. So Sonyar isn't going anywhere. Mr. Lonely we can send. So those are the two Bionic Dupes left that we can send. But we'll have to print a couple more. That's fine, and get them trained up before we do the next mission. That's okay, that's acceptable losses, but we can't let that happen again. Yeah, let's speed through it and see what happens with these power cells then. No, they're not spreading anything anywhere. They're technically dumping all the heat into the water, but dissipates out pretty quickly. Right. Well, we'll just have to come back. So you are 0.8 cycles away. You do at least have the granite. No, you do at least have the graphite. Are you still sending payloads over? I don't think we need any more payloads. How much steel did we send? A fair bit. Okay, how is the sulfur situation going on down here? Okay, that's a lot of sulfur. You still have some sulfur in here. I think I'm going to take the executive decision to take this sulfur out and move it up here. So we actually put it in the molecular forge. Now, did the sulfur pour in here? No. So I should be able to remove this, and then we should be able to come grab it. And then I need to make sure that Eduardo and Mr. Lonely have the right boosters to start with. And to be fair, there'll be a fairly long wait until we do the next planet. So we won't necessarily have to have the two new Bionic Duplicants right away. And do we also need two duplicants? I think probably not. I think we'll only need one duplicant once we've actually set up all the infrastructure. We'll have two there for the construction. Can I go grab Sonyar's? They definitely can. But ideally, I'd like them to have some of the boosters we want to start with. The Floxes are back to normal now. Nah, I'm not going to reload because that was entirely my fault those two dupes died. We should have just left Sonyar there to keep stressing out because blowing up power, like discharging the power banks was preferable to like letting the dupes suffocate because we took the oxygen off planet. We won't make that mistake again. I thought we had enough time to get it done, but there was a bit too much transit time. That was the issue. But I think it will all be okay in the end. Where are you going? No, don't turn around. Abandoned ship. Nah, you're fine. We're gonna have to put some more power banks in here though as well, I think. Well, at least we've got an interesting story for the next next stream. Right, here's what I want to do as well. Do I have any sulfur over here? I probably do, right? Let's add sulfur to the list and start exporting that again. Just to make sure that we have enough. Because again, we don't have a sulfur geyser. Yeah, there's 22.5 tons. So please do start... Because we've had Chip and Gizmo over here for eons now. At the teleporter. So that's the input. So yeah, just put sulfur in here. And send that over. Just to check, are we actually dumping that sulfur somewhere else? I'm going to close this again just to make sure we don't release all of this liquid sulfur. This is still quite cold. Is that because... Oh, that's because the thermal aquatuner hasn't been running. That's fine. Having so much sulfur in here as a heatsink, I think is probably a good thing. Right, so the teleporter is here, and we're dumping the sulfur on this tile, which is not too hot. So that's fine. Right, I think we just speed up then. Do I just speed through it now? Oh wait, actually, let's just go check on Chip and Gizmo. No, not Chip and Gizmo. We want Mr. Lonely and Eduardo. You are right at the bottom of the list for my convenience. So you have strength boosters, construction boosters. Okay, that's great. And then Eduardo has all the mechatronics boosters. That's not great, but that's acceptable. You're all mourning, so you got plus 20% stress per cycle for a bit. That's fine. You won't be mourning by the time you get to the new asteroid. So, one thing that occurs to me is we should probably make sure that Eduardo has a... Oh, where'd you go? Damn it. Let's make sure that Eduardo has some digging boosters. I believe we should have them over here. So, replace your electrical engineering ones with a digging booster and an extreme digging booster. How many digging boosters did I friggin' make? Okay, we don't have an extreme digging booster, so you're gonna need to make one. You don't need to, but I don't want to get there without one, frankly, and we have the microchips. And don't export that booster. In fact... Yeah, there you go. Yeah, stop exporting boosters for now. Alright, now we speed through it. Until the rocket comes back. Yeah, reed fiber's still going up. Drecos are gradually regrowing their scales. We're gradually getting more Drecos out. They can't leave. Oh, I'm sad. I'm sad. We killed the dupes due to our negligence. There won't be that many consequences because we definitely have time to print more Bionic Dupes, but I'm still sad because Thing 2 now exists without Thing 1. The lore implications are horrifying. But sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches. You're nearly there. Life needs contrast. Exactly. Well, in video games too. Yes, fair enough. Right, how's this situation going? Okay, this is good. We've got the gas forming over here again. Basically, we want this liquid to almost reach here, but not quite reach here, to make sure that we're still actually boiling and condensing some. If we have any ethanol gas in this zone, then that's good. And this hopefully means that we shouldn't actually be running our aquatuners constantly now. So that should save a little bit of power. It'll probably save one aquatuner's worth. Right, rocket is touching down. So let's get the artifact scanned and let's get some super coolant made. So, yeah, remove this. Remove this. So now you can make fullerene. And then you can make super coolant after that. Now you're already full of stuff? Oh, you're scolding? Yeah, Sonyar, you'll be alright. I mean, you won't be great, but you'll be okay. I probably need to make 2 more Atmos suits, don't I? Because I don't think we're going to get the ones back that we actually made. So let's make 2 more Atmos suits and deliver them. And then let's go put some power banks on the rocket. Probably more than 3, right? How many we got? 27? That'll do. We probably won't need that many. Right, we need to print Bionic Dupes. So we got a chip and we got a Sonyar. Probably going to be the Sonyar. Grilling booster, very useful. Right, so Sonyar, you can... Let's see. Suit training booster and... probably just a digging booster for now. And then... let's just give you another booster slot for now. There you go. Is there anything else I need to do? Have I even been giving the Bionic Dupes priorities? Not really. I'll do that when we get to the other planet. I am going to make sure you just immediately get inside the base, though. And I also need to check some permissions. Did I actually set permissions... did I set any permissions in the base to forbid Bionic duplicants? Because... okay. I don't think I did. I guess we'll find out, right? I guess we'll find out. You're getting a bit hot in here. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Right, well, you should be on the way. You've got sulfur in here. You've got enough sulfur for 2 loads. Then all the sulfur's down here. Can I just yellow alert this? Yes. Seems fine. We'll have to refuel the rocket a bit first before we send the next expedition out. But let's just get the super coolant made. Where are you? Sonyar, are you the pilot Sonyar? You are the pilot Sonyar. The regular Sonyar doesn't have a hat. That's fine. So the regular Sonyar, we're going to have to come up with some more nicknames for the Bionic Dupes so that we can actually endear ourselves to them and thus not sacrifice them so willy-nilly. We actually grab the artifacts. Sonyar 2, lol. Good one. Somehow I don't think nicknames will save them. No, this is operating on like Nuzlocke logic, right? Oh, looks like we got the archaic text scan. Let's have a look at this. The label on this VHS tape reads, Jackie and Olivia's housewarming party. Unfortunately, the device with which to play this recording no longer exists in this universe. Damn. We've been had. Sonya, you are surely on the way. Yeah, you're right here. Good. Alright, let's go! Let's go! Get it made! Frankie, get it made. Now, here's the thing. Can we get dupes working on both fullerene and super coolant at the same time? Did I actually tell you to auto bottle petroleum? I did. Did anyone do it? No. Is there petroleum in here? Yes. There's not a lot. Do you have any more? No. Let's make sure that we're actually pitcher pumping some of this out. Actually, you know what? This is crude oil, this is crude oil. Are we separating any of this? Not really. Right, that's starting to fill up again. Good. I've got to separate that better. In fact, we've probably got time to actually do that now. I should probably just set up an actual filter on this, right? Yeah, I think what we'll do is put a liquid element sensor here and a shutoff. And then if it is petroleum, then go over here. And then I'll cut this off. And then if it's not petroleum, then have it go into the normal one. I should have done that a while ago. Is that the right one? I don't think it is. This is the right one. So wire bridge and then wire. And then this liquid shutoff. This liquid shutoff needs to be steel. Yeah, go ahead and do that. Okay. Let's get that all built. But let's go up here and watch them actually make this stuff. Okay, looks like we got Frankie. Yeah, Frankie's doing the first batch. That's good. You're pressing the buttons. You're looking around. You got the lit workspace. You're frost resistant. It's all good. I love when you get the first use of the molecular forge in a run. It's amazing. And this was not without sacrifice. Oh, he's giving it a polish. Looking behind him. It's just like, there we go. We did it! Fullerene. Rare resource. And now we can make super coolant. And yes, we're going to be manually delivering stuff for now. I could probably set up some auto sweepers if I really felt like it. Oh, he pressed the button. Ooh, he pressed the button in the gaming sway. Oh, he did a cartwheel. Look, he's doing cartwheels. He loves it. No, he doesn't. Oh, we gotta see this. Google risks all the job. This is what the advanced dupes are all about. Yeah. You got some gold. We gotta see this thing. We gotta see the super coolant in the tank. I like that there's like a range of different animations that play with this, because they know that people are going to be spending ages operating these buildings. What do you mean? You're out of graphite. Please continue to supply this. Okay, Bert is making the super coolant. He is adjusting the dials. He's twizzling the knob. We're emulsifying. There we go, super coolant. It's been made. But we're gonna get both dupes at once for the thumbnail. This is very important. And maybe I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. Look, there it is. It's glorious. This is the first time I've ever made super coolant the legit way. We've made super coolant before, but we've done it using the geothermal heat pump to get fullerene. We have never made legit super coolant until today. So, super coolant. What is super coolant? Well, I'm glad you asked. This is a liquid that has a high boiling point and a very low freezing point. It's so low that you can't actually reach it. So super coolant will never be a solid in the game. And it has a very high heat capacity and a very high thermal conductivity. Kind of wild. Something I'd done that Fishman hadn't. Yeah, exactly. There we go. We got it. Oh, we had a very brief moment where they were both working on it at once. Oh, we'll be all right. We're getting there. Maybe this is a fool's errand trying to get this to match. Right. I do need to actually go ahead and activate this. So set you to petroleum. What? Why can't I set you to petroleum? Really? Why can't I set you to petroleum? Oh. Did it just need a moment? Okay. Right, let's do that. And then we can get that hooked up, and then we can get this working again. I will just get this out of here. And this should work well enough for what we need to do. I'm not that fussed about the rest of it. Oh, wait. Crude oil is going to get dumped in here because this is going to fill up. Okay, so perhaps then what we do instead is we do that. And then we actually recirculate the rest of it. Feels a bit mean. I think I will do that though. That way the crude oil stays in the loop and goes back into the tanks. So let's see, something like this. And then we prioritize the bridges. Yeah, that seems good. Yeah, let's do it like that. And then we should end up with just petroleum in these two bottle fillers. Right. Let's see. Then what I'll do is I'll grab the extreme booster. We'll give this to... Hold on. We've got to find a wider again. You can have the extreme digging booster. At the very back of this list. So we made way too many digging boosters. There you go. Fixtures are still okay. And then, once you pick that up, we can get going again. But I need you to get in here and build all of these. You should do that pretty quickly. Yeah, that's a good amount of fullerene. Yeah, Super Coolant is really needed for sour gas or bust, because we actually need to... Okay, you've got a work errand as well. Let's try and get a good thumbnail shot again. Yeah, Super Coolant's really good because we need it to condense sour gas, which we're getting from plastic melting and boiling. We need to turn that into methane and sulfur. And then we boil the methane again to get natural gas. That's how you do it. Very happy about this. You still waiting for material? You are. Oh, you're waiting for the gold this time. Okay, that's fine. Oh, now Neo's doing it. I'm beginning to think that they're not actually going to get this synced up because they're going to be delivering the materials in batches every time. The errands don't actually take very long for you to do either, do they? Right, let's go check this out. This is a Photoshop job. You know what? This could be a Photoshop job. That is a good point. Right. Hope you're doing well, Chogor. Did we get the power banks in here? We did not. Probably because I told you not to put power banks in here. So let's go back here. Let's go back to the asteroid. Let's go ahead and sweep these up. Oh, wait, hold on. We need to do sweep by type. Just put them all in there. We have 200 eco power banks. I'm sure they've ended up somewhere. We've been dumping them out of chute. I'm gonna have to go have a look at that. But I think what I might do, I might make sure that we get the Bionic Dupes in the rocket and then we save it just before we go, just in case there's anything else we have to do. Got some entombed buildings. What's going on? What? Oh, right. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, get them out of here. People do not seem keen to deliver the graphene here. Or what's this vent doing? Can I just put stuff in here? Okay, I don't think I need this vent here at the moment. I'm just going to tell you to put gold, graphite, sulfur, and aluminum over here. In fact, let's actually just put graphite over here for now. That should make things a bit smoother. How are you looking? Okay, you're full of chlorine now. That's good. You do have plenty of oxygen here. You just got a little bit of carbon dioxide in here too. Not that many dense puffs, but we do have eggs of all 4 types, so I'm not that concerned. In fact, let's actually put the auto sweepers in. We're just gonna wait for the cycle to roll over. Right, so you could be gold, that's fine. So we could put a loader in here. That's going to be for sulfur and aluminum. And then this one is going to be just gold. And that's actually fine. That's actually really convenient for us. Okay, so what I will do is I'll remove this. I'll put a manual loader in. And then I'll put a conveyor receptacle on it. Because they won't be able to reach a storage bin. But this one can just be full of gold. And probably fullerene. But the fullerene's near enough that I don't think I don't think there's going to be enough fullerene. How much fullerene can we store in here? Apparently not a lot. So I'll just put fullerene on here as well. And then at least that's just going to be swept in here a gram at a time. Yeah. And then put a conveyor loader here. Make that out of gold. And then just put a receptacle here. And then at least you'll keep delivering more than a couple of blobs at a time to the machine. The aluminium is going to be the constraint on this one. Ooh, actually. No, I can't quite do that. The issue is, if I 50-50 it, I could 50-50 it with a conveyor loader full of aluminium and a conveyor loader full of sulfur. That would work. Because I just want to make sure we're delivering more than one batch at a time. Yeah, this should work. So we put the loader in here. We conveyor rail that here, and then that here. And then that'll 50-50 it. And then the power wire can go... It could be this one. But what I'll need to do is I'll need to do it like this, and I'll need to flip. I'll need to flip this one over so that it hits the right wire. Yeah, like that. Yeah, go ahead and do that. Okay, now we're getting it done, but we actually need to put the things in place first. So you need to be full of aluminium. We're going to need a lot of super coolant for what we're doing. Maybe if we have enough, we can just use it for the regular base as well, but I think we need to find the graphite space POI first before we do that. Right, and then set you to sulfur. Actually, you know what? Set this one to sulfur because you're actually in range. So you can actually do that one automatically, and then this one can be aluminium. And that could be manual. So the only thing is I can't quite do it yet because we need to actually make sure they're both filled to start with, and then they'll start alternating packets. Ideally what I'd like to do is have two receptacles, but I don't think we have room on our access shaft here. That's what we get for just shoving these machines in a bit of a random place next to this thermo nullifier. But I still think that's a good idea, because we generate a lot of heat with this thing, don't we? I'm pretty happy with how this is going. Oh, I probably need to make this... You know what, that's all the sulfur. I think I just need to make this graphite for now. Because we'll just pick up the sulfur from this tile anyways. So, yeah, let's leave it. So put a big old batch in here and then we'll be alright. Actually, this is only 100 kilograms. Nah, this isn't gonna work for the graphite. The graphite's too big. Problem is, there's no other tile I can really reach that's gonna be helpful for this. I could break up the ladder. I really want to do that. Because it's only going to hold 100 kilograms, and we need all the graphite to go in here, so the graphite needs to be in a storage bin. Oh, I know what we do! Let's just build a storage tile. These hold up to 1,000 kilograms. I keep forgetting this is actually a thing. Okay, let's just do that. Then that way we can have... That way we can have aluminium and sulfur in here, so... This one can just be sulfur. And then if we get more, we can just put it in here later. Right, and now you're full of aluminium and sulfur, and your packets will alternate. Good. And then we just need to build this, and we just need to fill it with graphite. Wow, I can't believe it. We're actually using a storage tile. Cringe. The sulfur had the decency of staying up there. That's nice. Right, so we need graphite. Yeah, I've never done it. I don't normally do it. But yeah, if you just want one material in here, be my guest. In fact, now that I think about it, we could use storage tiles for all of this. That would be a bit neater, wouldn't it? If we're just manually delivering everything anyways. Especially for storing bleach stone. It's interesting they don't allow off-gassing. Yeah. I need to remember that storage tiles are actually a thing. Right, can I just load you up now so we can actually start making this? Also, let's actually just check that the petroleum is alright. Very useful for auto sweepers and Flido shenanigans. Fair. Right, so we should mostly just have petroleum in here now, right? Yeah, we do. It's a little bit of crude oil. I'm just going to empty these once, just so that it's all petroleum. But I believe this is working now. Oh, it's kind of working. We're only getting it out of this one. But I guess when this one empties, we'll get it out of this one. I think that's fine. Oh. It's not fine if all the petroleum's out of this one. Okay. Well then, I think I'm gonna have to 50-50 it like this, or something. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Yeah. Okay. Well, we have some more petroleum in there anyways. I'm pretty confident that will solve that. Yeah, please, Lord Fart Squad, bring your loot. We've already got 1.8 tons of super coolant. That's nice. I guess it's not that nice. There's 180 pipe segments. That's pretty good. There are probably some loops we can start replacing with super coolant. But, again, I'm not going to do that until we find the space POI. We know we can get it. Because then what we'll need to do is we'll need to start setting up an automated drill cone rocket for that, I think. Are you nearly there? You are nearly there. Good. Right, make that Friday 9. Now, we should be fine. You just need to deliver the petroleum. The petroleum is definitely going to be the constraint on this, because we're not going to fill this up quickly enough with bottle fillers. 200 kilograms at a time. Sonyar, you're not the fastest one to be doing this. That's fine. You got bored. You got bored and ran away. Right, you are now filling up, technically. How much petroleum do we have in here? Not a lot. Okay. There's too much crude oil in here. That's true. We probably have so much crude oil, it's all going to fill these tanks eventually, and we're not going to get any petroleum out. Alright, I've got a cheeky plan. Is that going to be sufficiently cheeky? I don't know. We're reaching dangerous levels of copium. It's because we've ended up with a lot more regular slicksters than molten slicksters. Like keeping a tile full of oxalite and rockets for emergencies? That's very sensible. Oh, they're doing it! They're doing it! Great, okay, good. Thumbnail acquire. We got Lagbot 30,000, we got Grey Area. 2 named dupes. That's what I like to see. You're even helping out. You that bored? Yeah. You're reading a book? That's funny. Right. We are definitely making plenty of super coolant now. So we got 4 megajoules of power banks on here. We've still got all the oxalite from before. We have all the basic rad pills. I need to set the Bionic Dupes to eat rad pills. So that means Mr. Lonely and Eduardo, you are both ready to come on the board. And we're going to send you off next time. So, summon crew, select destination, go back here. And I think I will wrap it up there. So, we did succeed. So today, we did succeed in getting some of the graphite off this planet. We built some solar panels, we landed the rocket, we launched it again. We didn't quite build the SPOM, but we should be able to build it very quickly once we get back. And then we can leave dupes here, and we should be fine. That's okay. So I'm going to save it on this asteroid, just to make sure we don't forget about that. But we did it. We got super coolant. And we'll have to bury the other 2 Bionic Dupes. You know what I'll do? I'll put the tombstones on top of the... No, I won't put the tombstones on top of the thing. I'll put the tombstones somewhere relevant. Somewhere respectful for our Bionic Dupes. We won't murder any more of them. But yeah, thanks very much everyone for hanging out. It's been lovely today. Except for the Bionic Dupes dying. But we've got Super Coolant now. This is a big deal. So we're going to spend the next few streams setting up the Water Asteroid. I do want to get it to the point where we can send Bleachstone here and actually get the water back out. Perhaps we think about that later. I think we're going to have enough solar power. Perhaps we don't actually have to geotune the saltwater geyser. And then we can just pump the water. And then we can just payload that out. And that's what the dupes can do. And we'll just leave one Bionic Dupe here. With the solar panels, with the SPOM, with the infinite water storage. We should be able to get that done in 2 streams. And then we'll move on to something else for a little bit from next week. But thanks so much for hanging out. If you're still here, feel free to follow me on Twitch. And you'll get a notification when I go live if I'm streaming on a particular day. We usually stream weekdays, sometime between 7:30 and 10:30 in the afternoon. For the specific weekdays, I don't know. I'm aiming for Monday to Wednesday at the moment, but I will post on Discord when I am streaming. And if you have any questions about Oxygen Not Included, feel free to have a look there for people who may answer your questions, including me sometimes. And there's also all the VODs on YouTube if you do miss a stream. We are 50 streams into this run, and this is now actually officially our longest run ever. So that's fantastic. But there's lots of YouTube videos, discussion videos on there as well. Blum and Mimica video is out now on YouTube, and there'll be a Poke Shell video out next week. But yeah, let's go raid someone. Who is out and about? I am going to raid 2 Legit City, because I was talking about them earlier. They are currently playing Oxygen Not Included. Dare I say it, I think they're a bit better of a player than me. They probably wouldn't have let their Bionic Dupes die. They play on max difficulty a fair bit. But it's okay. Fish! Alrighty, take care everyone. Bye for now.